The clock strikes 12, I step into the haze. Whispers call me from 1,000 graves. Shadows dance in corners out of sight. I chase the unknown deep into the night. I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown. A flicker, a chill, a shadowed hand. The unseen lingers where I stand. Through creaking doors and empty halls, I hear the echoes of forgotten calls. I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown. And the unknown. Eyes that watch from a place unreal. A touch so cold it makes you feel they're near but hidden, veiled in shade. I walk with ghosts, I'm unafraid. I hunt the fear you dare not face. In the darkness I embrace the trace. The dead, they speak their secrets shown. Welcome to the bizarre and the unknown.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the of Campfire Chats with Eric and Guest. I'm your host, Edie Testerman. Uh, Couple quick announcements. To my INR readers, I have the first part of what originally was called um, A Pirate's Life Ghost Ship. I've actually changed the title. I've tried to go in there and update it. It's now called Black Sails on a Silver Tide Ghost Ship of the Forgotten Isles. I went ahead and changed the name of it. I didn't like how the name was going, so that's been changed. So keep an eye on your emails. Keep an eye on Patreon for that. Most of my social medias, I just got through uploading a commercial for that book idea. So if you guys get a chance, go in there and comment, like it, share it. But it's a book about pirates. Basically, the down and dirty side of it is a young boy goes out with his father, first time sailing at sea with his father, and his father was a merchant. And they were set upon by a mysterious fog that held ghostly figures in it that takes his father's life. So this is going to be a book about his adventures. There's going to be many books in this series. This is just the first one dealing with a ghost ship. and ghostly pirates. So as he gets older, that's where we're going to start getting into chapter one. A little bit is about his childhood and his upcoming, what happened after this, and then eventually it'll go on. So that's kind of a book idea. I've been working on Reign of the Draugr, Dawn of Armageddon. I've got a little bit of or about halfway done of chapter 16 written on it. And oh, thank you, Auntie. Yeah, yeah, no worries. I know how that is. I'm behind on buying books too because I just don't have the funds right now. But I did get about halfway through that chapter today before my hand started acting up. Chapter 16 is going to be called Nightmares. You didn't have. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, I forgot to change that. Oh, well. So I was out doing a little wood cutting today, too. So I'm in my work clothes. I was getting some wood cut and trying to get some writing done. So, but oh yeah, Auntie, it's I'm having fun. I just happened to, but if you take a look at my most of my social medias, I still got a couple more to post this new commercial to. No, actually, I think it's on all my social medias. Yeah, it's on all my social medias. That new commercial I literally just finished and uploaded like 30 seconds before the show started. Thank you, Auntie. I appreciate that. So yeah, it's out. It's available. Um, I just didn't like the original title, and I spent about an hour today messing around till I finally found something that's it's a little bit I think is going to work a little more. So let me get everybody that reads or sees that commercial. Let me know what you think of the title. My back and knees doing pretty good. Knees still weak. I've still got some tingling in my hand, but now that I found my biotech frequency deal for my hands, it's the pain's almost gone and the tingling is doing better. I just let my daughter listen to your song and telling her she and her singer friend should do a cover. Oh, that'd be cool. The song for that commercial I just released for that new book idea, I actually wrote that one too. Um, so when you guys listen to that song for that book cover, I actually wrote that song too. That was a interesting song to write. Yeah, that's right, Auntie. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been looking for it. I thought I lost it, and I felt dumb because it literally was right in front of my eyes the whole time I've been looking for it. It was sitting on my bathroom sink. I took it off one day to shower and just forgot about it. But it's all frequency based. I'll kind of show you. You get it from biotech. Um, but this is all set up to frequency. On the back, you'll see the deal. It's all set to a certain frequency for certain deals, and this is good for carpal tunnel, arthritis, stuff like that. Is what the frequency of this band is set to. So I was happy to find it, and when I found it and put it on, I mean it was like instantaneous. It started going away. Yeah, I know it can be a pain in the butt, Auntie. It really can. Um, So with that stuff out of the way, I want to know, has anybody had anything bizarre and weird happen to them over the week? Have they had any sightings they want to talk about? And if you want to come on live, I'll bring you on live. If you just want to talk about it, chat, we'll talk about it in chat. There's not been a whole lot going on here lately. It's actually quieted down here, so that's kind of nice. Um, I don't know what was here, if it left the area or if it's strictly cold weather. Now that it's warmed up, it's kind of stopped and went away for now. I future will tell. Um, but so yeah, I can't wait to hear that. And this is what Campfire Chats is for. It's this is a place for you to share your encounters, and we'll talk about it. We had some owls the other night talking to us, at least three in one spot. Man, no kidding. Yeah, Roxanne, quiet before the storm. Yeah, three of them in one spot. That's weird. Three Eye Atlas landed in LA this weekend. body. Oh, did it? I never seen anything on it. Huh. So what's happening in that area, dwarf? All I'm getting is glitchy electronics and interesting thought. Yeah, my electronics has been going wonky too. Oh, just kidding. Yeah. My electronics has been going wonky too, Admiral. Muriel, sorry. Yeah, everyone knows owls travel in groups. Yeah. Usually when I get owls, they're in like different locations. I'll have multiple of them talking, but they're not in the same spot. They're in different locations. I'll sit out there and talk to them all the time. My God, dude! Not only did you get sprayed by a skunk, but man, your farts these last 2 days have been horrible. Hey, Roger, my unalienable sister visited me in a dream. Oh, no kidding. Ah, un, unalienable sister visited me in a dream this week. How'd that go, Manisha? Um, yeah, me too. Mine speaks Ghibli. Roxanne and I was talking about the comments as the intro was playing. Um, but I forgot what I was saying now. But yeah, no, I mean it's unalive. Oh, oh, okay. That's okay. That's why I caught myself on there for a second because I was trying to debate what you was talking about. So I'm glad you clarified that. Thank you. But what did she tell you? What did she say in your dream? Yeah, Alzheimer's, they ain't no joke. Man, I've not gotten hardly any sleep for the last few months. I mean, I've actually slept through my alarm Thursday morning, and I slept through my alarm this morning too. I finally got around and got my CPAP machine back up and going because I'm trying to figure out if that helps or not. And I'm just trying everything. It's just like I'm always tired. I just can't get enough sleep. You know, it's funny you're talking about dreams, Manisha, because that literally is what chapter 16 of Reign of the Draugr, Dawn of Armageddon's about. You haven't had anyone pick on late. We had a couple last night. I've been getting up way before the. Oh, you lucky. She finally talked to me. We talked about the kids and laughed, and it was like crazy. Oh, that's cool. So it was a good one. But yeah, you're talking about dreams, and I'll kind of share what I'm working on right now on chapter 16. Like I said, I'm about halfway through it, and I'll kind of read it a little bit and give you guys an idea. So, chapter 16 is called The Nightmares. The ghostly hooves can sometimes be heard, they come to torment your dreams. Unrest and fear be their mission. They prance through the dreams of men. Oh, these dreadful nightly steeds called nightmares. And that's people don't realize nightmares actually comes from Norse mythology, and they're literally horses, nightmares, and they dance through your dreams, giving you unrest. But you know, kind of like the first couple paragraphs in this, I got up abruptly, covered in sweat and breathing heavily. Something about my dreams caused me to get great discomfort, but by the gods, I could not remember it. I painfully got out of bed, holding my arms across my ribs. Each step that I took sent electric pain shooting through my body. I could not find Heather, and I could not hear her in the house. Uh, I called out to her in a pain-filled, groggy voice, but she did not respond. The electricity was not working. They only had just got it back up or back on. Must have some repairs still yet needed to the system. No matter, the sun was up and I could see just fine. I slowly walked down the hallway and to the kitchen. The house was empty and eerily quiet. I made my way to the front door. As I reached my hand out for the door handle, I froze when I heard a familiar sound, a sound that I dread every time that I hear it, or that I had heard it, and I have heard it, in more than one. I've heard it more than I can admit through my life. I was un. It was unmistakable sound of gunshot. Um, I'm not going to get into detail because I don't want to give away the secrets, but there's a reason why this is going this way, and it is titled Nightmares. Um, but yeah, that's some of what I got written today. Dreams, um, dreams can be messages. Dreams can show you things that has happened or will happen. Hey, Ash. Um, yeah, yeah, I know. I want to sleep too, Muriel. But that's just a little bit of what I got done today. So you need to be cautious about dreams because sometimes dreams can have a meaning to it. But this goes on further and further. My IHNYAR readers, when they read it, they're going to understand what I'm talking about. Like I said, I don't want to give it away. But it's so interesting that you were talking about, her coming to your dreams, because literally that's what I'm writing about in this chapter. Because I think it's important. Um, Dreams are very important. Sometimes they're hard. They can be hard to interpret sometimes when they are a message, or a warning. I mean, they can be a message of fortune. They can be a message of warning. So you have to be careful about that type of stuff. But the fact that yours was good and you can laugh, it's almost. I'm probably willing to bet to say you probably had a weight come off your shoulder after that dream. If I'm wrong, Manisha, let me know. But that's kind of what that sounds like. I had Muriel says I had a dream about a huge cloud that took shape of a horse, and it was red. It looked at me, neighed, anger in its expressions. That's interesting. Yeah. Um, hmm. Muriel, that's interesting. That one's gonna be hard to interpret. That could be something bad's about to happen. Can't really say it was nightmares and you've seen one because nightmares are black. But maybe that's how your mind perceived it. I mean, I guess that is possible. Huh. That's and the fact that it was had anger in its expressions. It was in a cloud. It was red and it looked at me and neighed. Anger in its expression. Oh, a year ago. Okay, that was a dream from a year ago. I think it was a warning. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking too. I was thinking it was a warning as well. That's why I was kind of looking, trying to break it down. So, oh, and I went out today and got that package that I didn't realize got delivered. I remember ordering this thing like 4 months ago, but I thought it got canceled because I ran out of funds in the account when I didn't think I did. Well, I guess got ordered. Um, it came in. It was a clock that I was looking at. Man, that's going to be. There we go. Problem is, if I hang it up like it's supposed to be, it will look like this. So I'm going to have to get it up and try to get it a different way. I know, Roxanne. And then they sent me the mount for it. But the interesting thing for the mount is right there's where you stick it in the wall. Problem is that's on the front, not the back. So I'm going to have to fix that as well. I didn't think they sent it because I mean that was like 4 months ago, and I remember. Hey Don, I remember it being canceled, and I even looked at it. It was canceled. because I didn't have the funds in the account like I thought I did. I had something come out I forgot about. I told you, Roxanne, I'm tired, man. I can't seem to gather energy. Oh, I will be on Jessica's show tonight. We're going to be talking about the feline human hominids here, been sighted here in Missouri, along with dogmen sightings here in Missouri as well. So if you guys can catch me on Jessica's show tonight. Hey, Kason, or Kawhi, sorry. Uh, how you doing, buddy? I can't wait until the Tonight Show. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. I love being on with Jessica. We have so much fun. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I've been so busy with trying to get some writing done and some other stuff. Um, I've not had a chance to research something for tomorrow's show, so I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. It's the season, Eric. I'm tired too. I woke up and tried, and yeah, I know. It's like, man, I don't want to get out of bed. I slept through my alarm Thursday morning. I slept through it this morning too. Ordered a ring from India on Etsy. It took less time than some on Amazon. Yeah, no kidding, man. Yeah, I have it on. I literally have it on my wish list. And I looked today because I was like, I don't remember this reordering this. No, it's on my wish list. And I looked, and when this thing was ordered, it was canceled. But hey, they sent it anyway, so kudos to them. But yeah, I'll try to come up with a topic for tomorrow. Um, but between researching, for this new book idea, trying to get some other writing done on these droggers. Droggers is an interesting thing. They're the zombies of Norse mythology, and that's why this book is based this way. But the things that they can do, they don't hit your mainstream zombies. I mean, they are different. They are, to me, a lot more scarier than mainstream zombies because of the supernatural things that these joggers can do. Oh man, I hate hearing that, Don. I'm sorry, buddy. I hope it gets better, man. But oh, did I miss somebody? Seen somebody say, "Hey, Moxley," but I didn't see a Moxley in the chat. Um, so I don't know, but so besides the dreams, has anybody else had anything? Get down, nine, stoppa. You got skunk on you. Oh crap, that sucks, Don. Oh man, hey Kevin. Yeah, I've been through that before, man. God, that sucks. What about a what if? Like what it would be like where a human rescues a baby Bigfoot or dogman pup, and what we think would happen when the parents come for it. That's not a bad theory. That's not a bad idea. I haven't even thought of considered that before. I gotta try to remember that one. Definitely need to try to remember that one. What if Fluffy rescued a dog man? What are we doing today, Fluffy? We're going to take over the world. Brisket. Oh no, briskets, Boston pork butts. Oh, that sucks, dude. Oh my god, that sucks. That's a lot of money right there. That's a lot of money. Hey, Jason. Oh, Shit, I forgot about that's where the Moxley came from. Daggone it. That's why you're laughing at me, Manisha. On my social medias, I've been seeing a lot made up stories about that, and they have been pretty good. You know, I think I've seen those too. I know I've been listening to a lot of those alien ones too. Hey, Candy, how's it going? Only had about that. Oh, $1,000 to replace if we had it replaced. Damn, yeah, shit's getting so expensive. I got a kick out of Auntie's deal in chat earlier. Hey, you guys. Man, if I had a dog man pup, oh god, that probably wouldn't be a good thing. I probably would try to take over the world. I haven't talked with. Oh, Jason's talking to Manisha. Um, I've been busy, Candy. I've been busy. Got a new book started that I wanted to get out of my head. Although I'm out of notepads, man. I went through another pack of notepads again, so I'm gonna have to get a little bit of money and get some more notepads ordered. But I had a new book idea, got it out. Hey, Jessica, and yeah, our Christmas ribeye gone. Oh, dude, no way. That's criminal right there. Damn, Don, that sucks, bro. Um, but yes, I mean these dreams, man. Yeah, they're cool stuff. But they can be scary too, like so I have a very common practice that I do. When I have an animal come up to me, especially one in the wild, um, and it calls out or locks eyes with me, I always tell it thank you or hello. Thank you for visiting me. If you have a message for me, please deliver it into a dream in a language that I understand because a lot of people don't know uh, crowding that scolding and yeah, you Candy, yeah. Um, a lot of people don't know that we used to talk with our animal brothers and sisters of nature, and now we've forgotten how to communicate with them. And sometimes they are trying to deliver a message to you, so you always say that to them. And if you get a crow come up on a tree and call at you, or an owl, or whatever it is that comes up and locks eyes with you or speaks to you in their language, always say that because they may have a message for you. You'll see that referenced in my books quite often. I acknowledge when I see two crows or two ravens, I always say, hello, hello, Hugo de Moonen. What's the word from All Father? Because sometimes they're trying to tell you something. And that I see two crows quite often, and that's their names. Hugin and Moonin means thought and memory. They literally sit on the shoulders of Odin and tell him of what they see during their travels. And sometimes he sends them to give you a message. So when I see him, it's always hello, Hugin and Moonin. What's the word from All Father? Do you have a message to deliver? In a lot of cultures, Don, yes, owl is a sign of death. Not in every culture and not in every native culture, but in a lot of cultures, yes, the owl is a sign of death. Yes, but sometimes they have a message to deliver. If you have a strong connection with your pet, you can communicate. I swear, me and my dogs do all the time. You hear? Well, you guys have seen the way we kind of communicate. Always ask the crows and ravens if they have a message from Odin. Yeah, I mean that's very very important. Yes, owls are also a sign of wisdom too in a lot of cultures. You're absolutely right. In some of your native cultures, yes, the owl is a symbol of death, is a messenger of death. Owl was created by the evil spirit that thought he was the same, if not, and one thought he was the same as the creator, but wanted to be more powerful than the great creator. So, in his arrogance, he created a owl that could fly without making a sound, and that was owl. But in a lot of cultures, owl's wisdom as well. So that I mean, look at your Greek culture. Greek culture alone will show you that how owl is a symbol of wisdom, of knowledge. Um, and I can tell you firsthand, owls do not make a sound when they fly. I've had them fly in front of me. I don't know how many times. They don't make a sound. Lilith was also called the screech owl in the Bible. I don't remember that, Muriel. I have to look that up. Thank you. I actually don't remember that. I get owls all the time out here. And I've literally had one fly right in front of me on my bike, so close. I mean, the thing is literally right here, and they don't have a butt. They don't have a butt. No. Um, that thing was close. I thought I was going to smack it with my helmet. So I guess it's double-edged sword, different meanings for different. Yeah, exactly, Muriel. Yeah, it really is. It depends on your beliefs of what certain creatures are. Raven, crow, koga. Crow, koga. Uh, um, they are messengers from the Great Spirit. They're also messengers from Odin. So when you see them, they're good medicine. Sign of a good predator. Yeah. Me and my cats communicate telepathically. Yeah, Modisha. I mean, you guys have seen it so often how I interact with my animals. I mean, they know. Boar's in a lot of trouble right now. So he's kissing butt. He's in a lot of trouble. He's been a bad boy here lately. But he's at his normal spot here at my feet. Owls are the top of the line when it comes to stealth. Yeah, they do. I mean, they don't make a sound when they fly. I'm trying to befriend the crows by feeding them peanuts. Yeah, that's a good thing. They also like gifts, Muriel. They like gifts, shiny stuff. Crows recognize faces, never get on their bad side. Yeah, they absolutely do. Yeah, but a crow and a raven, they're very very similar. They're different on height, a little bit of different features in the face, but typically here in the United States, we mainly have crows. There's parts of the United States that's got ravens as well. Ravens are very common amongst the Norse and the Dane and the Swedes and all of them through that culture. That's where ravens are. They are bigger. They're a little bit more difference in the face, but if you actually look at them, the biggest difference is the size. But crows and ravens, I mean, they're extremely intelligent animals. So I mean, they come out here all the time. They got the caw caw. It's like, hey, Hoogan, hey, Boonin, do you have a message from All Father? What's going on in the realms? You just talk to them, and we're meant to talk to our animal brothers and sisters. We're meant to. That's always been something we're meant to do. Hey, Amy. Oh, you did. I guess good to see you. How you been? They absolutely will, Dawn. And I also use crows when I'm deer hunting because they don't like white. So if I hear crows going nuts during deer season, I'm always looking at a direction because a lot of times that's going to be a deer going through the woods, and they got what we call the white flag. For those of you who don't know, when a deer puts its tail up in alert, it's all white on the butt area. We call that the white flag. So when I hear a bunch of crows going, I look in that area for that white flag because they'll call and call and call at that white flag all the time. I'm glad to hear that, Amy. I've been kind of worried about you. So that's something to take. Yeah, I mean, we need to use you know squirrels. Another alarm. If there's a predator in the area, you're going to hear that squirrel barking like crazy. So it's that take and learn the sounds of your animal brothers and sisters of your area. They're going to tell you what's going on. And all of it's just pure sound. I don't know how many times. Oh, you're welcome, Amy. Um, I've been sitting in my tree stand, and I've literally had a squirrel crawl up in that tree stand, stop, and literally be like, look me right in the face, or be off on the side, or be right here, going, "What the hell's going on? What's that?" And then I'll sit there and just stare at it, stare at it, and then all of a sudden I go, and man, that thing will jump. I mean, it will crap its pants, jump, fall out of the tree stand, and just get the barking. I saw an eagle the other day here in eastern Kentucky where I live. It flew in front of my truck and landed in the tree next to the river. Rare to see. Well, yeah, they're coming back in my area. I get them flying in front of me all the time. I love it. Love it when they fly in front of me when I'm on my motorcycle. I've seen a squirrel in the longest. I haven't seen a squirrel in the longest time. We have a lot of rabbits running around through and road runners. Yeah, Muriel, I got tons of squirrels out here. I need to get about 6 of them. Make me some good squirrel and dumplings. I ain't had a good squirrel and dumpling stew in a long time, man. I need. Oh, now I'm craving squirrel. Um, oops. I've been having squirrels come up to me begging me I need to get some peanuts. Yeah, that'd be yeah. Um, but any kind of nut really would be real good, Jonathan. They're friendly. They'll come right up to you. I mean, I get them all the time. They'll climb right up in the stand with me. Oops. I did catch something looking in my front room window Wednesday night around midnight. It was a pair of small eyes. Stupid me went outside with my rifle, went around the corner, and it was a squirrel. George, hey man, I need to hit you up. I'm about to write a story with you in it, George. I need to get it written now that I can start writing, and so I'm going to be getting with you because I need an email from you, George. If you wouldn't mind, bud, can you send it to me on my messenger, your email, and I'll let you look at the story before I put it out. Oh, squirrel gravy, eggs, and biscuits. Oh yeah, that's I haven't not eaten since I don't know. It's been when did I eat last? Uh, maybe Thursday. I think it was the last time I ate. Oh, and Mario, I love eating squirrel. Squirrel's so good. It's so tasty. Yeah, rabbit stew's good, man. Rabbit with homemade dumplings. Yeah. I live off my land, folks. I mean, I'm a hunter, I'm a gatherer. I live off my land. If rabbit stew's done right, Roxanne, it is good. Rabbit jerky's pretty good too. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Um, I've got to get try to remember how to write in a Scottish style. And yeah, it's candy. Um, Jason, rabbit is good if it's done right. Rabbit can be really good. Rabbit dumplings, rabbit stew, roasted rabbit, rabbit jerky. I mean, it's if it's done, it's like anything else. If it's done, it's done right. It's pretty good. Yeah, I know, Manisha. Before you come down here, and start whooping my butt. I probably need to. I just get caught up doing things and forget. You know. Last night I had that show, and then right after that I was working on that video for that the sci-fi romance story, and I mean, I finally finished it around 2, 3 o'clock this morning. I just forgot to eat. Around here, they fry rabbit and groundhogs as well. Yeah, groundhog's good eating, Roger. If groundhogs like coon and possum. You got to get all that fat off of it. You get all that fat off of it, they taste good. If you don't, it's nasty. Not after Hassan Pfeffer made it made it tacos about sick. Oh God, haven't been able to eat rabbits. Oh gosh, I could see that. Rabbit not done right is tough. Yeah, it is. Pressure cooking is probably the best way to cook rabbit, coon, or possum. The most taboo meat I've had is frog. Oh, frog legs are good. Texture looks like chicken a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. Oh, now I got Roxanne on me. I know I need to eat. I've been pretty much surviving off of coffee. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, I get that, Muriel. I mean, as people are like that, I can't fault nobody for it. That's just how I'm raised. I was raised living off the land. You know, I've ate things I didn't know I ate. It was by accident, but I have to admit it was pretty damn good when I did eat it. I just couldn't believe that they were right after I found out what it was I ate. I'm trying to get caught up on the chat here, folks. I'm trying not to pull it up because it jacks with my chat. Jessica, that's why you never kill rabbit. Yeah. Jason says, Eric, tell you, brother, you have to eat your food and your meat. I know, Jason, I gotta eat. One of my cousins loves fried frog legs and turtle soup. God, I ain't had turtle soup in forever. God, that's stinky though. Oh my God, it is so stinky to clean turtle, but it's good eating. No Jensen for the me personally. I exactly, Muriel. I can't fault you at all, man. Veggies is a hard one for me, but yeah, I do eat veggies. I'm more of a carnivore, man. I eat more meat than I do anything else. Oh yeah, I know. You guys are. I'm going to get picked on by both Manisha and Roxanne, and now Jason too. You know, because I mean, I'll eat. I just sometimes I get busy and forget. Yeah. So I uh yeah, I do too. I mean, I like cauliflower. I like broccoli. If it's cooked, I want it to be steamed with cheese. If it's raw, I like it with ranch. Green beans, I like green beans. I like corn on the cob. I mean, there's some veggies I like, some I don't. I know, Jason. Hey, Scott. I will. I got some venison thawed out in the fridge. I just got to get it out and cooked. I thought I had time to. When I last looked at my clock, it was like 3 o'clock. So I was like, "Oh, cool, man! I'm going to finish this up, and then I'll have time to cook before the show." And the next thing you know, my alarm's going off, and it's time for the show. Asparagus, no. Oh God, not asparagus. I can't do asparagus. Oh, yeah, I love y'all too, Jason. I love y'all too. It's kind of like haggis, Roxanne. It's kind of like. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I just seen it pop up. I'll keep that on records. That way, when I get it done, I can send it to you because I got to get kind of how you talk down. So that's going to be one of my biggest struggles when I write this is to get your talk down. Dirty dog. I can't do cabbage. Oh God, I can't do cabbage. No. And Brussels sprouts. No. Ugh. No, I can't do that either. I'm good. I can't do sauerkraut. I can't do none of that. Yep. But Scott's haggis will wild creatures of the highlands. Yeah, dude, haggis is another thing, man. Depends on how it's done, how it tastes. I've had haggis that, man, I about just lost everything that was in my stomach. It was so nasty. I've only had it twice. I mean, the first time I had it was that way. I got talked into trying it again. I took a small bite of it and it wasn't bad. I'll let you have that. Nah, I don't do. I can't do kale either. And sushi, I can't do sushi. I've tried sushi in Japan. I've tried sushi in so many different ways. I can't do sushi. Cilantro is not bad with certain things. Yeah, I've got a. It's a barbecue rub for pork. But I've had it on my fries and I've had it on my venison, and I really like it with that. Hey, take it easy, Amy. Thank you for coming in. Happy Yule, Amy. If we don't get to see you before then, happy Yule. Mm. Yep. Mm. Um, but and that's an interesting thing. Make sure I'm caught up on that. Um, there's a lot of things that you eat goes in your body too. So I mean, even like these days that I don't eat, you're welcome, Amy. Like these days I don't eat. I look at it like this: I'm cleansing my body by fasting for a few days. I'm trying to get some of them pollutants out of my body. Fasting is very important. It's hard for me to do it 7 days though. Three is about my max. Three is about the most I want to go without eating. That's only because I'm hypoglycemic. Um, being hypoglycemic, I can't really go without eating. I have to be very careful. So even when I don't eat for like 2 or 3 days, it's a way for me to fast to clean out my system. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Muriel. Intermittent fasting is actually really good. I can't do the 7 day stuff. I can. I done 11 day once with Go Cleanse, and it sucked. I mean, yeah, I lost a lot of weight, and I started doing this intermittent fasting like this. This is the second time in the last couple months I've done a 2 or 3 dayer without eating, and I lost 29 pounds from doing it. That's how I lost that weight. That 29 pounds was because I went 2 or 3 days without eating before I ate again, and I only eat once or twice a day. And then I'll do another 2 or 3 days without eating, and mainly because I forget to. I'm not doing it on purpose. I forget to. And but with it, it's really cleaned out my system, and I've lost weight from doing it. Yeah, I pretty much when I'm doing mine, Emilio, I'm drinking coffee or water. That's the two main things. I may have a soda every now and then just to kind of help get my energy level back up, but it's mainly coffee and water. You like breaking fast? Yeah, no kidding. No, you won't. You don't want to lose muscle. See, a lot of people don't realize when you're doing weight loss, it's not so much the weight that you want to lose; it's the body fat. Muscle weighs more than fat does. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my body fat down. I lost 100 pounds by only drinking Mountain Dew with meals. No kidding, Don. Wow, that's a lot, dude. I'm proud of you. Good job. Do not do that. You could end up flat on your face if you go far for days without eating, plus fall flat on. Yeah, yeah. I have to. I'm very cautious about doing it. Yeah, yeah. I started doing this a couple months ago, and there'll be times like throughout the day I'll get hungry. Then I'll purposely like, no, I'm going to continue this to see if I can keep going. If I start feeling funky, then I go getting something to eat. Um, Generally, I try like a couple spoonfuls of peanut butter, about the most, just enough to get my sugars right. So, because like I said, I am hypoglycemic. I want a six pack before I'm 50. God, I don't. Yeah, I missed. Have you guys ever? Yeah, I've showed you guys pictures of me when I was in the military. Of course, I was a buck 75 back then. Let's be realistic. I'll never get back to a buck 75 again. But if I can get around that 210, 215 ish range, I'll be happy. Fast 1 day a week is like eating 14% less food a week. I did not. That's. I'm glad you brought that up, Scott. I didn't think about that. I never really put that in, percentage wise like that. Thank you. I'm trying to find some CBD oil vapes that won't have harsh chemicals in them. Oh, I had pizza every day for breakfast. Oh God, I love pizza, especially chicken bacon ranch pizza. I'll make homemade pizza, man. I'll put um, sage sausage on there, venison, ground up venison on there, pepperoni. I mean, I put a lot of meat on that thing. I like making homemade pizzas from time to time. Hey, dwarf. I haven't had a chance to look this up. You'll know this pretty quick. I seen a deal that Trump took broccoli from a Schedule One to or from a Schedule Three to a Schedule One. He dropped it down, pretty much making it legal in the United States. I can't do the pineapple. No, no, no pineapple. No pineapple is not meant to be on pizza. That's a sin. What, Aurora? God. Yeah, no kidding. Aurora, come here. Shut up. You're being noisy, honey. From one to a three. Okay, yeah. Oh, thanks, Manisha. Yeah. Come here, Aurora. Where you at? Meow. Come here, loud mouth. You're sounding like a siren. Are you trying to call sailors into their doom? Yeah, they do, Scott. Meow. I know, honey. I know. Hey, Robin, how's it going? Yeah, I know. What's the matter with you, huh? Yeah. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow. I don't need your butt in my face, honey. Just lay up there and be good. Yes. Anything can be pizza, and Hawaiian pizza is awesome. No, it ain't Jonaside. Hawaiian pizza sucks. That is so nasty. One thing I always thought was funny. I grew up poor. I mean, we was getting stuff from the nuns and stuff like that. And one of the things we should get a lot of was spam. And it was so funny because when I was in Hawaii, I went to McDonald's. Literally, they have a spam burger on the menu. I was like, no way, because spam is like one of the greatest things over in Hawaii, and that stuff is so nasty. Schedule 1 to 420. Hell yeah. Quit putting your butt in my face. I don't. Nobody wants to see your butt, and I don't want it in my face. Yeah. Ugh, you are being such a pain, honey. Covered in ranch. I can't do that. I mean, I can do the chicken bacon ranch pizza, but I don't want no ranch dressing on it. No, 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 no. Okay, come on. You're being a pain in the butt again. Oh, but I do like barbecued pizza though. I will give you that. I do like I love sausage, Canadian bacon, mushrooms, and extra cheese. Oh yeah, hell yeah, Don. That's good eating too. There ain't a whole lot of pizza I don't. I mean, I'll eat real Spanish spinach, not canned spinach, but real spinach leaves on pizza. I do like that. That is one. I'm not a big spinach person, but if it's like regular leaves that ain't been messed with, I'll eat it. I can't do the artichoke, but I can do everything else on that, Jason. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, I know, baby. My mouth. You want your kisses? Hey, Carl. Yeah. What, you want kisses? You think you're not getting enough attention? You're making all the other animals jealous. They're moving around. You know that? You don't care. Yeah, you don't care. You don't care at all, do you? Yeah, I didn't think so. So, boil spam in water to get the salt out, then fix it like breading chicken, then fry it and talk about getting. I can't do it. I love jalapenos. Oh God, yeah, I love jalapeno. I've got a jalapeno powder that I'm using right now. It's literally dehydrated jalapenos ground up into a powder, and I'm putting that on so much of my food. Man, I love that stuff. She wanted kisses, Carl. See, she likes her kisses. Yeah, I know. I've been so busy you haven't been able to snuggle with me. Now you're all needy and being a pain in the butt and being typical you. Yeah, you're awful talkative today too. One of my favorite pizzas is pineapple and jalapeno and olives. That all sounded good except for the pineapple part. I cannot I cannot do pineapple. You can't eat anything spicy, dude. Oh, that sucks, Dawn. I love spicy food. Yeah, mom, my mom. Yeah, I know, honey. Yeah, I love spicy food. I've got IBS, so spicy food really helps. I can't do lima bean or in liver. I can't do that. No, Scott, I'm good. I can't do that. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. She's being really needy right now. But and that's the thing. Like, so we you know we like to talk about food too, and a lot of these creatures that we talk about on these shows, they like to eat too, especially cryptids. And that's why I got a special spot out in my woods where I take carcasses to, or Mike and Ike with raisin pizza. Oh God, no. Oh well, I guess if it's a dessert, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to try it. You're talking about a dessert style pizza, Scott. I can see that on a dessert style pizza. Well, I don't do a whole lot of pizza sauce on my stuff, tomato sauce anymore on mine because the pizza sauces like give me real bad heartburn for some reason. But I'll take and put other stuff on there instead of it. Or if I do put pizza sauce on it, it's usually pretty thin. Farm chemicals burns in my mouth and down my throat. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Quit! You're messing with my mouse. That's not a toy. Yeah, thank you. You tell. Nope. Quit. Crap. You made me. What are you doing? God, I hope you didn't shut me off. Okay, good. Oh, thank God. You just like making crap up. I was hoping. That city, yeah, yeah. It's the something about the tomato sauce. If I gotta have it on there, it's gotta be really light. Usually, I use like Alfredo sauce or a cheese sauce. That dude, I hate hearing that, Dawn. I'm sorry, bub. That's horrible. That's just horrible. French bread and make it like pizza, and it's great. I've done that with hot dog buns and hamburger buns, but I've not done that with French bread. Now I've got to try that. We used to make poor man's pizza growing up because we couldn't afford pizza. We literally used hot dog buns and hamburger buns to make. Yeah, our crust for our pizzas. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Muriel. Oh, Mozart, don't you start too. You're the second mouthiest one we got in here. No, come on now. You're already messing with my mouse, and now you're over here doing your typical. You're being a Aurora Junior. But these things like to eat too, and that's I can tell you now they have been caught so many times dumpster diving. Like when I go out, and I gather off of my land, I don't gather everything up. I leave some for everybody else in the woods too, for my brothers and sisters in the woods too, and I think that's important. Like when I hunt and I'm successful, I have a place that what I don't eat, I take out this space, and you're lucky if it lasts 2 days out there. Oh yeah, I know that feeling, Carl. I've been there a time or two. There was a time there I was so poor that I literally lived off of popcorn for like 2 months because that's all I could afford. I've done the regular bread too, Roxanne. Yeah, I've done that too. Yeah, lift off of the narrows. I was a kid croissants growing up. Oh, kid, no kidding, Muriel. Your claws, honey. Quit putting your claws in me. I know I've got you, so you don't need to dig your claws into my shoulder. You're not going to fall with me here. Totino's Pizza. Yep. There's a brand out there. I can't remember what it's called. When I can afford, I get it. But it's more of an all natural pizza. It's pretty good. Yep, poor man's pizza. Yep, yep, that we did, and we ate a lot of shit on shingles. Um, done that a lot too. Shit on shingles. Shit on shingles is good. That's an old Navy term too. Yeah, ramen noodles. I remember when you can get pot pies and ramen noodles for about 5 cents a piece. We lived off a lot of that because that's what we could afford. Um, and nowadays, man, I wouldn't want to eat ramen noodles because, with all the bugs and stuff. I mean, it's been known to unalive kids here lately. I knew a gallon in college that or a gal in college that lived on $40 a month of food. I asked her how she did it, and she said she ate a lot of top ramen and eggs. Yeah, we ate ramen noodles and eggs. Merry Christmas! Hell yeah, Robin. I like the California kitchen barbecue chicken pizza. I've never had that. Never heard of that actually. A lot of government cheese. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I got some government cheese on the shelf, but it went bad. Yeah, that's all stored here in the Springfield Undergrounds. That government cheese, it's all stored here in the Springfield Undergrounds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shit on shingles is amazing, Manisha. God, I love shit on shingles. Red Baron Pizza is pretty good, Jonaside. Yeah, Red Baron Pizza is pretty daggone good. Oh, that's right. DA's got a show in there. Um, yeah, yeah, we need to. God, now I'm wanting shit on shingles. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah, Muriel, we definitely. Yeah, it's the people don't realize that's actually stored in the Springfield Undergrounds here in Springfield, Missouri. I ate shit on shingles. My dad loved it. Oh God, yeah, we ate it so much when I was younger. But I don't like fish anymore hardly. I mean, I'll eat it from time to time, but it's not something I can eat a lot because we ate it so much growing up because that's all we could afford. Because we'd go out and buy a dozen worms and fish all day to get a month's worth of You don't like cooked hamburger? That's weird. About a month's worth of food by fishing off of a dozen worms. Chipped beef and gravy on toast, and my mom made it when I was a kid. Yeah. Oh, he's not having a show tonight. Uh, okay, thank you. I did not see that. Pimento cheese one. Oh yeah, it was Muriel. Yeah, I mean the ones we got now they don't last. It's already went bad, and it's so nasty tasting. It ain't nothing like I remember growing up. Yeah. So, hey, Candy, you take it easy. Good to see you in here, sweetie. Thank you for coming in. Um, I got to kind of sit back in my chair because someone here's being their typical selves. But and that's the thing. Like as I'm writing this book, Reign of Armageddon, or Reign of the Draugr, Dawn of Armageddon, I'm not writing it the typical way that you see most people write it or the movies or TV shows. Because I'm like, let's have common sense here. And the common sense is you're going to have people knows how to operate stuff. So going without power, I don't believe that's going to be possible because I believe people's going to be able to reactivate those power generators. And people know how to make fuel and they know how to do all this other stuff. So the way the movies and a lot of these books are, I don't believe in it because it's not accurate. So that's why in this book I'm not writing it that way. Oh wow, Jason, that does kind of sound good. Yeah, yeah, they do. They absolutely do, Roxanne. Manisha said a few weeks ago, a ghost showed me his face 4 times in a row, right next to my son, and my son didn't see it. No kidding, Manisha. What did it look like? I want to hear about that. What does it look like? Did it do anything? Did it have an expression? I mean, do you want to come on and talk about it? I mean, I'll bring you on if you want to talk about it. That's what this show's for. Um, I'm waiting for it to pop up. There it is, Eric. Not when you have to spend time constantly dodging drones and robots. Yeah, but I mean, realistically, the movies and the books with dealing with zombies is not true. Yes, is most of the population will get unalive? Yeah, but people learn. Some people know how to work stuff, so they don't know how to work it. So there may be a time that you until you get everything cleared out that you won't have power, but eventually you'll get power back. My son left me in the room by myself because he didn't believe me. No kidding. Okay, give me a second here and let me get you the link. Crap. Okay, work for me here, dude. Okay, link is in the chat. You're gonna let the cougars take care of you. I can see that. Now my chat's acting all weird because I was doing that. There we go. Yeah, old Carl was talking about how he had poltergeist throwing stuff at him at the grocery store the other day, and I said, "You sure it wasn't the cougars you was messing with?" I think you were saying that last night, if I remember right. Mama, 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 mama. Hey, Monisha, how's it going?
It's going good. um,
Oh, I didn't think about that. Let me switch to my headphones. That way we don't
okay.
have a double feed. Give me 1 second. Where'd my headphones go? Shit. Uh-oh. Oh, my God, if it was a snake, it would have bit me.
Popcorn girl.
All right. There we go. That way I don't have a double feed. I was kind of felt dumb today because I was like, man, I'm getting tired of not being able to hear stuff. I have to use my headphones to hear stuff when I'm trying to do stuff. And I was like, I can always hook the TV up directly on my computer, so I end up having to do that. Where are you at, Aurora? I know you're going to go back at it again. So yeah, tell us more about this little ghostly thing you had happen.
Um, I was home with my oldest son that lives with me, and he is 20 now, and we were just like
Mm-hmm.
eh, in the room talking to each other, joking, laughing, and then he was standing like close to the doorway, my son, and all of a sudden a face appeared, and it was like it wasn't like a shadow. It was like a real face, but it was it looked like a white man, and he looked kind of creepy, like sort of like angry, but like I would see his face for like 3 seconds, and then I'm like, Caleb, that's my son's name. I'm like, Caleb, do you see him? And he's like, no, see what? Like, and I'm like, seriously, Caleb, you didn't just see that face. And he's like, no, mom, you're tripping. Like you're playing around with me. And then the face appeared again next to my son in the doorway, but no body, just a face. It and I'm like, Caleb, like, I'm scared. I know you saw that. Like, I'm looking next to him. Like, you did not see that. And he's like, no, like, and he's laughing at me because I'm freaking out. And like it would appear for like 3 seconds and then disappear. And then I'm like, Caleb, don't leave me in the room by myself. Like, I'm coming in your room with you. And he's like, Mom, I didn't see anything. You're tripping. I'm like, Caleb, I'm not making this shit up. You're tripping. And he's like, no, you're tripping. And I'm like, you can't leave me in here by myself. And he's like, I'm leaving you in the room because you're tripping. And if you really did see a ghost, I can't save you from it. And he left and went in his bedroom and locked the door. But I saw the face 4 times. Like it appeared 4 times,
Mm.
and it didn't say anything, but it just like let me know it was there, and it was like watching me interact with my son. And I'm gonna I'm gonna go knock on his door and see if he will tell you guys he remembers at least. Hey, Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come here real quick. Yeah. Come here. I promise. You remember that like a few weeks ago when I saw that ghost and you left me in here by myself? Well, he's 20 years old and he just slammed the door on me. You don't
Yeah.
have to be an
Well,
idiot.
so
Just tell them you remember. Okay. He's being a jerk
Dawn
right
wants to know. No worries. Dawn wants to know how old would you say he is?
the go like he seemed like an older man. Like maybe like 60-ish. And I'm like,
Did he have kind of like who the? Did he have like kind of who the hell are you and why you here look on his face, or what was kind of like the facial expressions on it?
it did feel like he like he could have felt like we were in his space. So like this house was built in like I want to say it was built in the early 1900s and it has been refurbished to a two family house and we have like the top two floors and it was like in the same area that I would see the shadow man in the summertime. I saw it for like 3
Mm-hmm.
months and then um another podcaster named Abe Ciaz prayed for me and then he left. The shadow man left out the window and it made like three tapping sounds on my trash bag that I had sitting under the window, but it was in the same area
Mm-hmm.
that I would always see the shadow man like past the doorway that leads into my living room. And but this time it wasn't a shadow, it was just like an older man's face. Nobody, just like a floating face. And
Mm-hmm.
like he looked like he was angry in a sense, but probably like who are these people in my house? Like what is going on? Why is this mother and son like in my house? That's kind of how the feeling like I got like it was watching me interact with my son, but it
Mm-hmm.
was like surprising because like it showed itself 4 times within like a 10-minute period and I was freaking out. I'm like, Caleb, let me come in the room with you. And he doesn't let anybody in his room often. So he was like, no, you can't come in here. And he was laughing at me because I was really scared in the moment. But I just wanted to jump on and tell you guys that because I remembered about that.
No, and Unreal brings up a good point. Sometimes a person can see things that another person who's with them doesn't see anything, and that happens often, especially with paranormal. Or sometimes they see it and they don't want to admit it.
Yeah. I think that he's not a seer, my son, because he doesn't believe in the things I believe. But I believe it because I saw it. So I say anything.
Yep. What the hell was that? What the? My computer just chirped at me for some reason. Um, so I mean, yeah, it could be something new. It could be like, like who was it just said that? Amario said, or maybe he expected you to not see him, and that is also possible too. It's like, holy crap, this person's seeing me. How the hell is she seeing me? That is also a possibility, and it could be just for some reason something new could have been brought in the house or close by the house, and it's floating around there, and all of a sudden it's going, who the hell is this? Because these things can't attach to objects. So if something new gets brought in the house from, that was like a thrift store, garage sale, something like that, you can always have something attached to it. So that's something you have to be careful in thrift shopping and garage selling. Stuff can get attached, and you can bring it into your home unknowingly.
Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't. I'm on a podcast, but yeah, I haven't been like thrift shopping recently, but I love to do it. But I will. Um, this new critic person that is could be okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Like it was kind of like scary to me, but it was interesting because it showed itself to me like in front of my son, and that hadn't really
yeah,
happened before. But I'm
yeah.
gonna hop off of the
Uh,
live and go back into the chat.
mhm. All righty. Thank you for coming on and sharing.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, I just realized my hoo ha's all jacked up. Oh well. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, I mean this type of stuff happens, man. Yeah, George. That's what Campfire Chats is for. I mean, so people can have an opportunity to come on live and share what they've experienced, or you just talk about it in chat. But yeah, I mean, it's you'd be surprised how common an experience like that happens. I mean, it happens quite often. And you're right. I forgot who it was. Was it a Muriel, or I can't remember who said it. It's like, maybe they didn't know that you can see them. I've ran into stuff like that before where they're like trying to do stuff, and I was like, oh crap, they can see me. Hope your woo-ha has jacked up, and that would hurt. Yeah, hoo-ha. It I've ran into it. So, I mean, it's her experience is not uncommon. There's floating heads trying to, or floating heads, things that is really reported, anger heads that are without bodies, and the angry yeah, and menace people. I think I read a report like that was, yeah, that's been excuse me, that's been reported for a long time. Unreal. I mean, that has been reported even back in the ancient times of seeing something like that. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and sometimes people's first encounters with ghosts is scary. Mine was my first encounter was scary. Granted, I was 3 years old and had something very unnormal for paranormal to happen to me when it did. Um, you gotta get your own your hoo unjacked. Yeah, no kidding. Um, but it can be scary for people their first times having an apparition. Most of the time, it's you, and that you, a full body apparition is extremely rare. Most of the time, it's like a foggy or a partial apparition is what you're going to see when it comes to these things. So, yes, that can be scary. Uh, is it possible to see someone astral projecting into your space? I'm not 100% sure on that, Muriel. I'm not real knowledgeable on the astro projecting. My knowledge is that's done through dreams. So I don't know why you'd see it in real life, but I can't say no. There is a woman in real life that married the ghost of a pirate. No way. Somewhere in UK. If you could find that story onto, you got to send that to me. That is so. I can't say no way. People do some weird crap. They really do some weird crap. I can imagine what the firewater. Imagine what firewater would say. Yeah, no kidding, Roxanne. Okay, I didn't want to put it out there unless you use. Hey, Kyle. Yeah, I didn't want to put it out there unless you wanted it known, Manisha. That's why I just said Northwest. She's up there with them Cincinnati Bengals. For a while now because I've suspected it's been. Yes, I mean my knowledge on astro projecting is it's us done through each other's dreams. So if you're awake and seeing it, I don't. I mean, but like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know enough. Yeah, yeah. Happy Yule time to you too, Kyle. Um, yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong. If I could remember, I'll try to ask Jessica tonight when I'm on her show. She probably knows more about astral projecting than I do. I don't know if she's still in the chat. Possibly that it could be possible for purposefully. Oops. Where did it go? I lost it. Hey, Jeff, how's it going, buddy? Where did that chat go? That's weird. A few people have been reported to marry AI. Oh my god! And a couple said they had. Oh my god! Yeah. Oh, there it is. I think it would be possible to interject yourself into another person's dream. Yeah, I mean that I can believe. As far as physically see him though, when you're awake, I don't know. Oh, okay, Muriel. That's weird because usually you can delete it on YouTube, but it still shows up on my deal. So it's weird how it disappeared off of this. It must be something new. Who's the Seahawks? I've suspected that in crazy dreams, I've sensed myself appearing as a few different images, some of the light shapes of some of myself, and at least, yeah. Um, oh, that's cool, Jeff. Yeah, I've got one last red apple ale out on my front porch that is kind of calling my name. That's the good thing about the winter. If I buy something like that, I just put it out on the front porch and save my space. Okay. Thank you, Auntie. No kidding, Manisha. Wow. Sun just set here and not notice it's been so dark and gloomy this week. Yeah, it has, Jonaside. Yeah, because I mean, I go to work and it's dark and I come home and it's dark. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I wonder how that. Well, I wonder why that happened. It's probably all just clickbait. Yeah, if I can remember Mario, I will ask her definitely. Yeah, I was wondering if she was still in the comments. She may be getting ready for the show though. She'd know more about that than I will. Uh, so, oh, Jessica, if you're still in the chat hall, do you know much about astral projecting? Can someone astral project while someone else is awake? Curious minds are wanting to know. You know what's sad is if I actually had somebody do that, astral project while I'm awake, man, with my mindset and stuff like that, I mean, just like, okay. yeah, yeah, no big deal. You have best team in the NFL. But yeah, we get no respect because yeah, I I know my team and my team ain't on this year, which ain't no big deal to me because you can't win them every single year. So it's like, yeah, and they have themselves to blame. They play like crap this year. But I've always been a fan of my team ever since I was knee high to a grasshopper's ass. Hey, take it easy, Kyle. Good seeing you in here. Thanks, bud, for coming in. Yeah. There's my water. That's the thing. Like, I've had several dreams that were extremely realistic. And literally, I've woke up with bruises and red marks and scratches on my body, and even in places that I can't reach. So I know I didn't do it to myself. I can't explain it, but it's happened. Let me get your info, Jeff, and I might have to add you on there. Once I was a 6 foot cylindrical shape of aurora colors light. Once I was the popular grayish glow like streaky. Whoa. That's what kind of happens in TV sensation. Oh, wow. Yeah, man, I've had to deal with some issues the last couple of weeks on both my shows and William's show. There are interesting experiences I have to share, but I'm am a bit camera shy. Maybe one day. And Muriel, you can always come on, but you can hide the camera so they don't see your face. So, I mean, that is always a possibility. Yes, Roxanne's always got her sassy pants on. Now, these last few weeks, man, there's been a lot of drama going on in both Williams' chat and mine that we've had to kind of take care of. Yeah. Oh, has he? I haven't. I've been mainly listening to his stuff or catching him at a later time, so I haven't seen. So it's been happening to a lot of people, and that sucks, man. That's so sad. Eric, my best friend, had some orbs floating around her in her house. She recorded on a live. Is it the same one that I talked to about what was going on that one day, Manisha? I know I had to talk to your one friend about what she was experiencing. At least Eric hasn't experienced Jimmy Crowley. Oh, dude. Inappropriate pics on Jeff. True. We ain't had that yet. I think there's something on the water with. Yeah, no kidding. Yes, it's okay. That's what I thought. It's probably the same thing that she was dealing with that one time, Anisha. I would say it's the same entity. I don't know if much has changed. I don't want to get into much what we talked about because I don't have the permission, but you know what we discussed that day. I think it fades a lot of what was going on there. So if that hasn't changed, I can still see that being a possibility. Even if it has changed, I can still see it being a possibility of being the same entity that was been going on. All right, bro. That sounds good. Hey, if you guys missed last week's show, sorry I couldn't mess with the chat so much. There was a lot going on. So I know I missed a lot of questions, but I'll have Jeff and Jerry back on again another time. Last week was a great show having Jeff and Jerry on with me. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, just let me know in Messenger, Monisha, if the same thing's going on that we kind of talked about with, you know what I mean. You was there during the conversation, and that would make a lot of sense. Hey, brother William, how's it going? You know, orbs are awesome. I love orbs. The thing is you have to be careful during certain times of the year. And so many times orbs are misidentified and they're not actually orbs, they're dust particles or they're insects. My favorite time to capture orbs is winter when there's no insects. So then you're pretty much down to dust or an actual orb. Now, like when they're in that video, like in my intro, you'll see it, but it was during the Springfield Commercial Club paranormal investigation that I did. You notice how it triggered the camera on my the light on my camera. When that thing, that's not dust particles, and this was wintertime, so it wasn't insects either. There was no insects. That thing triggered the light on my camera. That, hey, Ohio, how's it going, buddy? It's been a long time. How you been? Um, but it triggered it, and that gets me excited because that's going to be something paranormal. And you'll see it one time on the same one where it goes over my EMF detector and it lights up my EMF detector. That stuff like that is when I'm going to go, yes, this is an orb because it done something that these things wouldn't do. Jerry and Jeff are great together, kind of like DA and Robbie. Yeah, Don, no kidding. Yeah, man. That was fun. I need to get her. I'm going to be getting on their shows soon. Um, Roxanne, can you put that back in the link again? I forgot what the code is. I don't have. Okay, thank you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Would you say orbs and spheres like the World War II food fighters are different? Yes, they are 100% different, Unreal. Yes, without a doubt. Completely different. Okay. Okay. Do okay. Just doing podcasting. You know what? I got to remember, I'm not getting your notifications anymore. I need to get on there and make sure I'm still subscribed. I didn't. I keep forgetting to check that because I've not seen anything from you for a while. So I need to get on there and double check that. But hey, Jeff, I messaged you on Messenger. Did you get it by chance? I almost forgot to ask you that, Ben. You're in the chat. Well, I'm thinking about it before I forget again. And Ohio, you can plug your YouTube channel into the chat if you want to. That's what I thought. It yeah. It put me back to personalize instead of all. So it did that. No wonder. I'm glad I went ahead and did that. I've been wondering why I haven't seen anything from you for a while. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering, and you're welcome, bud. Yeah, just make sure you put your link into the chat in case people want to see your stuff too. But yeah, I can't. It loves doing that, taking me off of all to private. No wonder I missed so many. And then you guys got to make sure you do that to anybody you follow on YouTube. Make sure that you're checking to make sure that you're still either a subscribed or it hasn't changed it from personal or from all to personal. It's been doing that a lot lately. So please, anybody that you follow and that you're subscribed to on YouTube, go through there and make sure that that is still going the way it's supposed to. Um, okay, let me look it up and I'll let me get back in there. Basically, you just okay. Give me 1 second, buddy. Oops. I'm glad I double checked that. There you go. Oh, thank you, Roxanne. No worries, Don. They say blue orbs can have a reputation as being hostile. Yeah, blue meanies is a term of them. Yeah, I mean, I've seen blue orbs, white orbs, yellow orbs, red orbs. I've not really seen a common deal with the like that. Blue ones seem to be more active as far as flying around more. Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Thanks for putting that in there, Ohio. Um, but I can't really say no either, just because I haven't experienced it. You're welcome, bud. Just because I haven't experienced it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I have not experienced it. It's been kind of a. I've noticed like you'll see it in my videos where blue orbs are just like still shoot like really quick past. White orbs like to linger a little bit more. Yellow ones kind of same way. I mean, I've had a white orb shoot out of the woods and come at me that I thought was an orb one time. Then I realized that was actually a fay. I had a fay shoot out of the woods, almost hit me in the chest and shoot up in the air. But I've seen white orbs on paranormal investigations where they just kind of lingered around, floated around a little bit. And then, but they can be different. People can have different experiences with them. It could be your mentality. It could be the location. It could be whatever that is. So many variables are into that, why they could be different. Exactly, Unreal. Absolutely, yeah. The skin. Oh yeah, the SW Ranch story has blue orbs being harmful. Yeah, thanks. I remember. I don't haven't watched that show in a while, so I can't remember a whole lot about it. It got too. Yeah, never mind. They weren't bad. I asked them not to freak me out when they flew towards me and the light went out. Oh, the good, Auntie. Yeah, a lot of the times, like I've had issues here where I've had paranormal stuff going on. And yeah, I've told us like, look, you need to stop, or I'm going to evict you. And sometimes you got to do that. The sun is a blue. Actually, they say star blue. I didn't know that. Unreal. That's cool. The sun is a good blue. I've had orbs in our house just in the last year here. Yeah, I mean, so orbs are going to be common. Like, Jessica loves to talk about it when she's going out Bigfoot and she's rented orbs. And people like to say, oh, it's Bigfoot manifesting. No, it's not Bigfoot manifesting. People forget something very, very, very important about Bigfoots and dogmen and stuff like this. They're flesh and blood creatures with souls too. So don't automatically assume that it's transforming itself into an orb and shooting through. You forget that we deal with orbs of paranormal too, and that's the ones that done past their earthly realm are now in an energy form, and they can show up as an orb. Bigfoots, dogmans, and other cryptids like that will be the same way as well. I saw a triangle crash there. Oh, I've seen triangle crash too all over this world line too. That's some really cool stuff when you see it though. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Thank you so much, Roxanne. But that's why I beg the question to these people is, are they really transforming in themselves into orbs, or are you seeing the dearly departed ones still being around them like we do with our dearly departed ones, or people we don't even know that still come across? Some are Muriel, some are elementals, some are fae. Absolutely, you're not wrong on that. Some are also paranormal though too. Like I was talking about with that fairy, that pixie that got shot out of the woods and came right at me, right at my chest, where I fell backwards and slid on my butt for a second, and it stopped above my chest when I was laying on the ground and shot up. That's going to be a pixie, a fae. But elementals are that way too. Elementals are definitely on that realm of being in the orb shape as well. You're not wrong on that at all, Muriel. Eric, firelight is orange, tungsten, sunlight is blue, daylight. Though I also say sun is yellow and orange if the appears so that. Yeah, Sam, I've always seen it as yellow and orange, but I mean, I love learning this type of stuff. Yes, so pixies are very commonly mistaken as fireflies. Now they can be in different sizes, but most common is they're going to be a firefly shape. This one was the size of roughly a softball. I mean, it was a big one, and it may not be a pixie. That's what I'm taking it up to. I don't know. It could have been an elemental. But I think it was the Fae. Um, but yes, they're most commonly mistaken as fireflies. Absolutely. Yes. Everything we post on YouTube and in our group is all 100% the real things we see. Yeah, same here, bud. That's why I like it when people do it 100. Back when a 165-pound Roddy says it's dinner time, it's not. Yeah, Dawn, that's no joke. Same with the moon. Blue. Now I've seen the blue, silver, white, and yellow moon. I have seen that. I just haven't seen the sun. So I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's that old saying, once in a blue moon. Yeah, Mario, it really is. Bro, check to make sure link work tested. Okay, give me 1 second, brother. Yep, 291. Yep, it worked, bro. Thank you. Red moon, yes, and orange moon. I mean, a red moon is known as a blood moon. Most of our ancestors, when they said they saw a blood moon, was because so much blood was spilt on the earth that it caused the moon to turn red. That is some of the legends about a red moon, a blood moon. Just like when it's yellow outside and everything looks yellowish, that's the old saying is because there's a tornado that's close by. Rockland. Yeah. Um, and that's the thing. Spring, summer, fall, I don't get real excited about orbs because there's just too many things that could be misidentified as. Um, but these Bigfoot, these dogmen, they have ghosts too. They have a soul. I mean, they're us just in a different form. They have souls, they have spirits, they have energy. So when they pass on from this earthly realm, they're going to be left behind. That energy is going to be left behind too. The sky gets real pink at sunset here. It's actually beautiful. Oh God, I would love to see that. Eclipses can cause color change too. Absolutely, yes, they can. Red at night, sailor's delight. Yep. Red at red at night, sailor's delight. Red in morn, sailors be warned. If I remember, God, that's been a while. I can't remember that one now. No, I think I said that wrong. I guess I did. Red at morning, sailors take warning. Yeah, okay, yeah. Man, I ain't heard that in a while, William. Yeah. Yep. But a lot of native cultures have talked about that one too. Hey Larry, how's it going? But hey, when you see this, there's a lot of blood that was spilled. But cultures around the world talk about the same thing. But it's also a blood moon is also known in the occult world too as something satanic. So I mean, it really depends on where you're coming from, what you actually believe it is. Remember the video I sent you? A man set out video cam and cut ghostly caught a Bigfoot. But yes, Roxanne, yeah, 100%. I believe that was a ghostly Bigfoot. Yeah, absolutely. My mom taught me that as a young kid. Always remember it. Yeah. I can't. Man, I haven't said it in so long. I'm glad you said that because I forgot about it. It's been so long since I thought about that. But look at what was that Expedition X? I think it was when they were doing checking out them caves, and they thought they found that there was a Bigfoot in there. They caught on FLIR or something. I can't remember. They could see the shape up and everything, and it moved past that guy, but it never touched him. That's not a Bigfoot going cloak mode. I'm sorry, dude, because if it was in cloak mode, it literally bumped into that guy, but he never felt it. That would have knocked him over. No, that was a ghost of a Bigfoot. They literally caught a ghost of a Bigfoot on cam. So whenever they're talking about, oh, we caught a Bigfoot, it's cloaking. Blah! I was like, no, you guys are idiots. No. Cloaking doesn't mean you can go through things. Cloaking means you can't be seen. I mean, literally, they caught a ghost of a Bigfoot on FLIR. The black sun is a term that was used for solar eclipses. Yes. Happy Yule time to you too, Larry. Is that the nocturious Larry Sharp? Yeah, I think so. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Larry Sharp sighting. But, people don't think about that. They really don't when it comes to this. They automatically go, oh, it's glitter effect. It's the shimmer man. No, it's ghost. They don't cloak. Bigfoot don't cloak. They don't do this stuff. They don't know. That's just my belief. I'm sorry. Do they use portals? Not every single one of them. No, I think the holy men can because they know the ritual of being able to do it. Every single one of them, no. Because if that was the case, you'd have them portaling in inside of your house, in and out of your house all the time. I'm sorry, it just don't happen. Could what you're seeing as being portaling is a ghost that was manifesting. That is also possible too. Roxanne. What do you want, skunk dog? You stink. You smell like a skunk because your butt wants to go out and play with skunks and get sprayed. 9. You stink. You smell nasty. Phew. You're under quarantine? Oh no, dude. What happened? For 5 days? Bro, that sucks. What happened, man? Apparently they can be shadow people and walk through walls. Never know. Everything's possible. Yeah, I don't think they do. No, not Bigfoot. Not Bigfoot and Dogman now. Oh, job related? Oh, I get it. That still sucks, man. That's when it's hard to tell if not impossible to me. Yeah. I also heard 3 types of them. There's different types, Auntie. Yeah, there's absolutely different types of Bigfoot, but yeah. They're just not all Bigfoot drive through. Yeah, no kidding, William. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's not realistic. That's just people literally that a lot of that got started for people wanting to try to get clickbait. 3 different kinds is why we can't pin things down about them. There's so much historical talk about this stuff, Auntie. I mean, literally lots of historical stuff on this from all over the world. None of it says that they cloak. None of it says they can go through walls. Very few will say something about portaling. That's why I said I think it's the holy men that can. It just don't happen. I mean, there is so much history that you can look on that from cultures all around the world to talk about it. And that's why I feel that way. I mean, hey, man, anybody can believe how they want to believe. I ain't going to dispute that one bit. I'm just sorry. I look at things differently. And when history talks about this stuff, when our ancestors talk about something more than we did and actually had encounters with them, like more than we do, and now that's being reported, I can't. And when you look at time frames of when this stuff comes out about it, it's clickbait. I like to look at everything. But yeah, I agree with you, Auntie. I mean, I agree. Everything's possible. It's just some things I'm just going to go, yeah, no, this is pretty much this way. But that's just how I feel about it. I look at things from the reverse view. We're all spirits, and some of us are flesh as well. Some may be any type of combination, possibly. Yeah. You've counted, William. Yeah, you've counted 3 out of 4, actually. Yeah. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff is so true, it's so cool, but people just don't know. And that's a lot of problem with researchers nowadays is they're wanting. It's like religions. somebody will say something that catches people's interest, and now everybody's talking about it. Everybody believes it. It's the same thing that happens, and that's what hurts us in this field is that. Yeah. But I mean, take for instance, I believe in the Norse gods just as much as I believe in Yahweh and Yeshua. And if you study the old Norse traditions, a lot of what Norse pagans talk about nowadays is not true because it does not follow anything from what our ancestors talked about. Nothing close to it. They do the same thing with cryptids and paranormal and supernatural too. So we have to be very, very careful on that stuff. Magical things are definitely cool, Auntie. Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. But I mean, we can learn from historical studies when it comes to portaling. You and me can't just walk into a portal; it would unalive us. We're not set to the right frequency. That's why they had that key. Sometimes it looked like a purse. Sometimes it looked like a talisman. That's why they had that because that was the key with the correct frequency to walk through that portal. If you don't have the right frequency to walk through the portal, and they tell you this is all in historical text. You can read this. It's all in historical text when they were using this stuff. And if you walk through it without the correct frequency, the correct key, it unalives you. So that's why I always tell people learn the history of this stuff because it's very, very important. Otherwise, you get too much of false information. So we have to be careful. We have to when we're doing this stuff. We really have to be careful. And I'll believe a certain way for some way because this is what everything shows me. But I'm not too big to say that something doesn't change my mind if I can find evidence enough to prove it. That's also key too. There is definitely still magic in the world, Don. Absolutely. But yes, you're absolutely right. It's rare. I don't mean colors. I mean robot. Oh, yeah, robots. Multi-dimensional, multi-powered, and regular stuck here alive. Here's ones or two. Yeah, like cyborgs, like stuff like that. Auntie, yeah. I mean, there's definitely. I mean, hell, we're creating that stuff. You tell me the guy ET's not creating it? They've been creating it longer than we have. I agree with that. Yeah. When I think of portals, I think of that place in South America. That's an ancient. Yes, with doors. They say they're holy. Yes, yes, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Absolutely. And they tell you the same thing. We can't walk there because we don't have the key. You must remember that mimics and trickster spirits will have abilities to look like Bigfoot to make you think they are there. Absolutely, William. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. I didn't think about that aspect. Absolutely right on that. That's another thing we got to be careful about too. I saw a video of a guy that said that Christians were trying to tell the Germans and the Norse people that Jesus was Odin and Odin is Jesus to convert them to Christ. Yeah, they said it about God too. Yeah, Muriel. Yeah, no. I think I know God is so Yahuwah, I think is the great creator of all things. And even Yahuwah talks about in the original text that he is the God above all gods, that he created man in our image, the image of the gods. That tells you there's more than one. But Yahuwah is the great creator, the creator of all things. That's kind of how I am on that. And not like metal robots, organic. Yeah, that's why I kind of used the term. But one of the terms I used was it was a cyborg because that's what a cyborg is. A cyborg is a robot that has flesh and blood around it. That's more comprehensible for people to think about. But yeah, I agree with you 100% on that, Auntie, because I believe it's true. We're creating stuff like that. We're creating flesh robotics that literally is, I mean, Noah Havari talks about this in the World Economic Forum. He says we now can alter the DNA of humans to control how they think, how they act, how they vote. Homo sapien will no longer be a thing because we can now change it. He calls us cyborgs. We're flesh and blood cyborgs. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was straight out of Noah Havari's mouth at the World Economic Forum. You go in on YouTube and look that up all day. This is not the views and opinions of the bizarre and the unknown. This is just theories, hypotheses, and spitballing things to talk about. Thank you. I have to put that in there. So, yeah, if you guys get a chance, look that up. Him talking about that. He literally says that. He goes, Homo sapien will no longer be a thing because we can now change their DNA and breed and get rid of Homo sapiens. And I can't remember. Homo something is what he calls it now. And they said that they control how we think, how we talk, how we act, and how we vote and everything. Hey, Ryan. The scary side. The scary cyborg will walk into Eric's house singing, I'm Henry VIII. I'm Henry VIII. I am. Oh, that's great, Ryan. Yes, I do. I do too. Unreal. It says it too much. In every historical text you talk about, it says the exact same thing. We are made in their image, in the image of the gods. So that tells you something right there. Yeah, and I don't think the great creator created just us. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. I think he created many things. We're just one of many. But if you actually study ancient religions, you'll see they all say the same thing, that the gods created man in their image. So there has to be some truth to that if it's in every single culture around the world historically. What was it you said you married the widow next door? I think is what you said yesterday, Ryan. Oh, where at it? The great creator created everything and everyone. Why he made mysteries is for him and him alone to understand, but for us to learn. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Absolutely. We're meant to be good stewards of God's other images. Yeah, actually, yeah, we are. We are the shepherds. So you heard of the highest class of angels being seraphims, which are reptilian. I've never heard of them being reptilian-like, but yes, I know about seraphims. That'd be interesting. Yeah, she's been married 7 times before. That's what I thought. I was trying to remember. Heard a crazy story of a woman and told about an alien encounter where they showed her they hit a power button and the Sasquatch they were watching just fell on the ground. That was crazy. Wow. That's interesting. Of course, they could probably do that to us too. It had red eyes. Oh, wow. Yeah, they can do that crap to us. We got technology that can do that to us. If we have the technology, the aliens definitely have that technology. What do you think 5G is? They literally talk about that to World Economic Forum too. Literally, that's what it does. We have energy weapons now. We can hit some people, hit an area with, and it literally makes everybody in that area pass out. Elohim. Yep. Equals Elon and his technology. I need to do more research on that for 100% on that one. But Elohim is, and you got Elon. Yeah, you got the first 3 letters that are correct. I mean, I can see that. I need to do some more research on that. Honestly, some of the Bigfoot stories are so lucrative. Is no wonder cryptozoology has become a source of community. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, Ryan. That's what I'm trying to get at. Don't you see brothers and sisters when you look into their eyes? Your dog, yeah, absolutely unreal, absolutely. Yeah, I was just talking about that earlier. Elon and him, meaning the Antichrist. I don't think that's Elon, but because it's the Antichrist is going to be brought by the Hebrews. The Hebrews are going to know or announce who the Antichrist is. So I don't know. I can't say no. I'm just not on that yet. Seraphim means actually means flying serpent. No kidding. I haven't heard of that either. I need to look that up too. That's a scary thought. They probably have done it to us. Oh yeah. I mean, we definitely have that technology, Auntie. Definitely have that. I mean, we used it in the military. It's a certain frequency that we shoot at people that jacks with their brain and literally makes them drop. It doesn't unalive them. It just makes them drop. Now with the 5G, and they talk about this at the World Economic Forum, they can literally and you're unalived. You actually break open a cell phone, a 5G cell phone, there's no 5G chip in there. I've done that with one of mine that's broken. I've never found a 5G chip in it. Never. Because I wanted to know. So I had a broken cell phone. I did it. I busted the thing open and looked for it. You talked about it. I got to do some more research on it before I'm 100% on that bandwagon. But I mean, I ain't going to dispute you one bit. Yeah, I've heard that too, Unreal. But the true Antichrist will be brought in by the Hebrew. That's what I was thinking too, Ryan. But I wasn't 100. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Or fiery ones, yeah. Elon and him, meaning Elohim. It's possible. No, I don't think so either, Ryan. I don't. I think it's going to be it's going to be demonic. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be demonic, but it's not going to be a person. It's going to be a demon or a fallen angel. Could be a fallen angel, but I think it's going to be a demon. That could be considered. Oh yeah, I mean, there's several of them have been accused of that, Unreal, and they turned out they weren't it. History is riddled with that, and every single time they were like, "No, there's something going on there, William. Definitely, I'm just not 100% on that bandwagon yet. I got a foot in there. That foot's kind of like, we're testing the water to see how cold it is. I'm just not okay. It's warm enough where I can jump into it yet. Yeah, but definitely, yeah. It's definitely demonic, but I think it's going to be going to be demonic principles. I think, yes, I'm wondering if it ain't going to be something like CGI'd, but I could be wrong. Will follow codes of lack of morality. Yeah, kind of like when the one pope, a few popes back, was trying to bring in all religions under one, and that got to be a big kick, which that was a big sign of bringing in the end times. I mean, I was like, oh, hell no. His kids' names are the weirdest thing. Yeah, they are. They are so much. They are definitely that way, Auntie. Oh my God, I'm already at almost 2 hours. Oh man, it's 7:05. Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call it a day because I want to try to fix something to eat before I'll be on Jessica's show here in a little bit. So please come over there and give us a shout out. And yeah, I'm going to try to fix something to eat before I get on with her. OnlyFans adult. My youngest daughter's like, Daddy, you need to start selling your feet pics so you can make some money. I was like, people actually buy feet pics? Like, oh yeah. I was like, oh my God. I feel there will be people like Aleister Crowley, trying to bring people to the evil side. Definitely. Yeah. I can see that. Unreal. But I just started getting a little lightheaded there. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Thank you so much for coming to listen to this Hillbilly Talk. I'm up to 780 subscribers now. You guys are awesome. The only reason why I know that because I was looking for a video that I posted earlier. But I want to thank every single one of you guys. From my new subscribers, my OGs, you guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much. If I don't get to see you again before Yule time, happy Yule. Everybody be blessed. Remember those out there, your loved ones, and the ones it's not there. Give a shout out to my moderators. Roxanne Williams in the chat tonight. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome, and I am truly blessed and thankful for you guys. You guys helped me out a lot, and I appreciate it. Yeah, Roxanne, no kidding. Picks, feats of picks. People are buying that. So tomorrow, I don't know what the show's going to be about. We'll get it figured out. But until then, peace, love, and blessings to you all. Thank you so much. And until next time, bye.